All right. Are we back? Okay, I see the stream. What the heck was going on with OBS? You guys here? Can you guys see the stream? Hello, hello, hello. Okay, yeah, stream should be live. Back? Okay. Yeah, for some reason, OBS crashed. I don't know what was going on. But of course, it had to happen to the stream. Anyways, I guess like, I hate doing this, but I gotta splice the VODs together. So I want it to be one cohesive part. Okay, I'm just checking to make sure everything should be good. Okay. Rude, I know, right? You devised a master plan to pull off an elaborate bank robbery by dint of the underground tunnels. Master plan? Which brings us at last to the final chapter of this lurid scheme. With what plunder did the thief hope to make off from the underground vault of the bank? Are you quite serious? Having consulted with Scotland Yard some days ago, I happen to know the answer. But naturally, the answer is no secret to you, is it, Mr. Benedict? I have no idea what you're talking about. Allow me to present a rather interesting piece of evidence. You see, this picture postcard tells us all we need to know. A postcard. Oh, wait, I gave the wrong voice! Ah! A postcard of the Great Exhibition. I'm afraid you've quite lost me. Currently in the final stages of preparation, the Great Exhibition will soon be underway. And the government has provided extra funds to complete its centerpiece, the Crystal Tower. If Reisner was streaming, she would see this and go, Final Fantasy XIV. Have you heard of the critically acclaimed MMORPG Final Fantasy XIV, available for free, including up to level 60, including the award-winning Heavensward expansion? Funds that are currently sit in the vault of the bank, on the other side of this road. Pardon? Yes, the considerable crime you have been contemplating is the theft of that which sits in the vault of that bank, the special reserve funds for the Great Exhibition. Of course— wait, wrong voice! Ah! Of course, that is top secret police information, so keep it under your hat, please. To steal the Great Exhibition's reserve funds. Thus concludes Herlock Sholmes' great deduction of this pawnbroking puzzle. Mr. Sholmes? Oh, well, Mr. Naruhodo, an impressively upbeat deduction for a detective racked with loneliness. Would you not agree? Was it true what you said about the bank over the road and what it has in its vault? Oh, indeed. Though few know of its existence, it is one of the government's most closely guarded secrets. Gregson told me in the strictest confidence. But you just announced it to everyone here. Rather loudly, in fact. Oh. And if it's such a big secret... Oh, and if it's such a big secret, how would Mr. Benedict have come to find out about it? There can be but one explanation for that. Clearly, it is because the man is a criminal. what if he didn't know anything about the money in the vault? If he is a criminal, as you said, then buying a brand new shovel is sure to be the first thing he does now that you've revealed the secret. Oh. Or if he doesn't, maybe Mr. Windibank will. He already has plenty of shovels here, after all. Oh, my life! I assure you I'm no scrupulous. Well, hopefully this has taught you a valuable lesson. Sensitive information must be handled with the utmost of care. One can never be sure that someone privy to secrets won't disclose them. And once the word is out, oh, it's out. Perhaps I'll think twice before confiding in you next time, Mr. Sholmes. An excellent idea, Mr. Naruhodo. An excellent idea! Well then, Mr. Naruhodo, you know what to do, I'm sure. Yes, let's listen to that great deduction again and see if we can massage it into shape. Very well then, let us start once more from the beginning. Of Herlock Sholmes' magnificent logic and reasoning spectacular. Hold it, Mr. Sholmes! First of all, we must ask ourselves on what business you ventured into this pawnbrokery today. You claim to have followed this pickpocket here, having to have redemption tickets stolen from you on the street. But that is most certainly a lie. The real truth is something quite different. As revealed by that which you hold in your hand. Yes, what brought you to this shop in the first place is the staff recruitment flyer. So, by Mr. Sholmes' reasoning, Mr. Benedict came here in order to apply for a job so he could dig down through the floor. Yes, in an attempt to tunnel into the sewers to gain access to the shmoney in the vault of the bank across the road. But he wouldn't get very far with a broken shovel, would he? No, I think it's fair to say his motives lie elsewhere. The question is, where? What did bring Mr. Benedict here at this particular point in time?
Take that!
Oh, take that! Fuck! Oh, fuck, I didn't save! Ah! No! Wait, I can skip! No! Oh my god, what's happening to the stream? One second, I'm resetting the timeline, but resetting's taking a lot more work than I thought it would. Save my game! Oh my god! It has to be! Stylish hat. What? He's like hiding something, right? Is he hiding something? This does not help that like my Pro Controller has so much drift right now. Oh, he's looking at it. Is it this? Huh? What? What? What is it? Oh, it's the cane. Wait, no! Oh no! Once again, this game just proves that I'm stupid.
Take that!
I don't think this is it. No. Oh no! It's not the handwriting? Oh, I gotta read it. Duh, I'm stupid. Oh, look at all that scribbled notes on the back of the flyer here. I don't believe it! What is it? Listen to what it says. Name, Gina Lestrade. Height, 5'2". Green cap, scruffy waistcoat, grubby white shirt, blue satchel, ragged. It's a detailed description of Miss Lestrade. Goodness. There's even a sketch of her, hat and all. Although if he showed it to her, she'd fire that smoke grenade launcher in his face for sure. And look, the details of this shop have been written down here too. Windibank's Pawnbrokery, Baker Street. Redemption deadline, 15th April. Which is today's date. Why would Mr. Benedict have all that information scrawled on the back of this piece of paper?
Take that!
Take that! Yes, what brought you to the shop in the first place is the info about Miss Lestrade. Quite so, my dear fellow. It would appear that the writing and sketch on the reverse of the flyer pertain to the pickpocket Miss Lestrade and to Mr. Windibank's pawnbrokery here. Oh. You originally told us that you had merely given chase after Miss Lestrade stole the redemption ticket from you. But that, sir, is a thinly veiled lie. It is the information on the back of the flyer that led you here today. By which I mean, here to Windibank's Pawnbrokery, and today the redemption deadline of that overcoat. So you waited outside for the young girl matching the description you have written down to arrive. And you've gone to some lengths to hide the reason for your pursuit of Miss Lestrade. In other words, there is some ulterior motive for your actions. The cane which you unwittingly clutched to your person exhibits an incontrivable contradiction. What utter rot! I've had this cane for years. My daddy gave it to me. The contradiction of which I speak is, of course, the missing Faru.
What's a ferrule? It's the metal cap commonly found on the end of a cane, Mr. Naruhodo.
I'm saving again. Oh my god.
Ah, the bit that makes the nice clacking sound on the pavement. Yes, exactly. And Mr. Sholmes is right. It appears to be missing on this cane.
But it doesn't actually look broken, does it?
No, it doesn't. Though the gentleman certainly did recoil when Mr. Sholmes identified the cane as... sussy.
In other words, there's some secret about the cane that Mr. Benedict would rather we don't know.
AG?
Ariana Grande? Ariana Grande? Ariana Grande's cane? Look here, Miss Susato. There's some letters on the handle.
Ah, yes. Those must be initials, I think. In the West, it's customary for people to engrave their belongings with the first letters of their names.
So, Herlock Sholmes would be HS, you mean?
Mochizuki, thank you so much for following and joining the constellations. Welcome in. That's right. And the initials on this cane, obviously. Oh. A... G?
Ariana Grande?
Yeah.
Haruki Fujimori, thank you so much for also following and joining the constellations as well. Welcome in.
Why does it feel as though that's not quite right? He's an Arianator!
Take that!
The contradiction of which I speak is, of course, the initialing. A most astute observation, wouldn't you say, Mr. Agate Benedict? Or should I say, Miss Ariana Grande?
Yeah.
We are led to believe, sir, that your initials are EB. Yet in a most possessive manner, you have in your grasp a cane bearing the initials AG. An incontrovertible contradiction indeed, would you not agree? Ariana Grande? I don't think that works. No, you're wrong. This cane isn't. You said before that you had that cane for years. So don't try to tell us that you just borrowed it from a friend or found it in the park. In short, though you hold yourself to be a gentleman, you have withheld your true name. Oh! You recoil, sir. Is something wrong? And in your recoiling, you inadvertently facilitate the answer of the next conundrum to present itself. Namely, what is the truth behind this rod you bear? Yes, your reaction betrays the truth. The handle, which you evidently would like to conceal, is the key to understanding this riddle, you see. Let's consider the bare bones of what's happened here. Miss Lestrade redeemed that fine-looking overcoat. And now a mysterious man has appeared, introducing himself with a fake name, and claiming that the overcoat belongs to him.
But we know that he actually identified Miss Lestrade from a written description, which suggests that everything else he's told us is untrue.
So what we need to do here is somehow prove that the overcoat cannot possibly belong to him.
Oh, The seam on the shoulder is coming apart. Look!
So it is.
Do you know, a moment ago when Mr. Benedict was surprised by something that was said, I thought I heard him make a rather strange noise. It sounded a bit like a tiny growl. But now I think it was probably the sound of the seam ripping open. If you look closely, it does seem to be a very tight fit. The sleeves are stretched to bursting, and he wouldn't have a hope of fastening it at the front. If he were to run around in it, I'm sure the whole thing would fall apart. That I'd like to see.
Sorry?
So, how can we make Mr. Benedict run around?
Oh, she's really giving this some thought. Take that! The split seam, which you evidently would like to conceal, is the key to understanding this riddle, you see. Oh. Yes, because the overcoat is rather obviously a poor fit. Having forced it over your broad shoulders, the seam is already breaking apart. My suspicions were aroused from the outset. When you so boldly lied about your name and so boldly waylaid this pickpocket. This catalogue of untruths has all been for one very specific purpose. To steal the article that the young girl redeemed from Mr. Winterbank. But what really irks me is this. The considerable crime I initially imagined has been considerably curtailed. To abscond with a redeemed item. Imagine people reacting like that IRL though. I mean, have you ever been in a theater class? Have you ever seen theater kids? Now, Mr. Benedict, let us continue. For we must expose the details of this elaborate crime you have in the planning. From non-theater kids? Oh yeah, then there'd be a problem. That is utterly absurd. You suggest that I, a gentleman and renowned member of the Facebook watch group, designed a wheeze to filch some tawdry article of pawnage. Have you forgotten that I redeemed the article in the proper manner, using the watchword? No! Had I not been the one to deposit it in the first place? So this world is just full of... Exactly, yes! Every Ace Attorney game is just theater kids being homosexuals, and also there's kind of crime. N'est-ce pas? Oh, but the watchword can be discovered. As you are only too well aware, Mr. Benedict. Oh, and your furtive glance is more telling than I could have hoped. What? Let us consider how one might come to learn a secret watchword relating to the pawned property of another. The method is revealed by the council notice on the consent.
The direction of the deduction must change rather dramatically now, I think.
Yes, no more talk of tunneling into the sewers.
Which is a pity, because it all sounded rather exciting.
Anyway, let me save my game first. You can't deny that this mysterious gentleman did know the watchword.
Yes, Professor. If you didn't know that word, Mr. Winterbank would never allow you to redeem the article.
Or, looking at it another way, if you did know that word, Mr. Winterbank would allow you to redeem the article whether it was yours or not.
So, the question is, could this gentleman have found the watchword out somehow? Look at this, Miss Susato. It appears to be a memo that Mr. Winterbank has scribbled to himself. Let's see. What does it say? Oh! Professor! Mr. Winterbank must make a note of what the watchwords his customers give him right before their eyes. And in an alarmingly clear script as well. Oh dear. I don't know where to look. Who knows what other secrets I might see?
Take that!
Yuka, thank you so much for following and joining the constellations. And, Mama Mo Blue, because why not? And Lazy Eye. Thank you so much, everyone. You guys aren't bots, right? Oh, please tell me you guys aren't bots. This could be avoided by using doctor script. Yes, I know, right? Why do doctors have weird handwriting? Welcome, everyone, if you aren't bots. I don't know, that many people following like all together at once kind of makes me a little scared. The method is revealed by the notelet on the counter to which your eyes were inadvertently drawn. Ah, yeah, that's true. Yes, but the broker here follows the same procedure whether a customer comes to redeem an article. He asks the customer for the watchword that notes down the response uttered on a notelet he has to hand. I may or may not be holding out and following for a couple. No problem. You guys aren't obligated to do it. Whatever you feel like. Then he consults his ledger and confirms whether or not the watchword matches that of the article in question. Plastic Fit, thank you so much for following and joining the constellations. I can see that you're not a bot. But anyways, I want to give you a warm constellations welcome, and if any other members are here, let's give them a warm welcome. But his diligence clearly has its disadvantages. What are you talking about? It is increasingly apparent that you were present in this shop before your accusation against Miss Lestrade. In all likelihood, you followed her inside and then observed her talking to Mr. Winterbank. When the diligent broker made a note of the watchword, as is his common practice, you observed him writing the word professor on the notelet beside the ledger. And that, was the master plan you devised to steal the pawned article from the young Miss Lestrade. Master plan? Which brings us at last to the final chapter of this lurid scheme. Why would you go to such lengths to redeem that particular article from this pawnbroker? Are you quite serious? For an ill-fitting overcoat hardly seems to justify the effort, much less a worthless music box disc. But naturally, you had a very good reason to make them yours, didn't you, Mr. Benedict? I have no idea what you're talking about. Allow me to present an interesting piece of evidence. Oh my god! Wait! No! My god! Ah! Oh my god! God! I got a DM from Carly, and they just announced Great Ace Attorney Little Capricorns! Wait, you guys have to see these! Oh my god, they're so cute! Look. So the Capcom store, they have these little like tsum-tsums of their characters, and I was wondering why they didn't have Great Ace Attorney ones. And now, why'd they announce them right after I left Japan? Look, they're so cute. Here, I'm gonna hide myself so you guys can see little mini Naruhodo with or mini Ryunosuke with big Ryunosuke. He's so cute. I need them. Oh my god, I gotta beg Ariel to import them for me or something. Mini Reaper is adorable. God, I want them all. Why? Why did they announce? Why couldn't have this been there? Damn it. 1,100 yen each in the Capcom store, Tokyo, Osaka, and Umeda. And it looks like they're re-releasing the Ace Attorney ones. So Phoenix, Edgeworth, Maya, Apollo, Clavier, and Godo. Fuck! Oh my god! Why? They weren't there when I went! Man, next time I go to Japan, I should go in March. Okay. I need to have someone get these for me. I need to ask Ariel. I need to beg Ariel. Universal Japan released Pokemon Park snacks after I left too. Why does the world hate us? The articles we're talking about are the overcoat and the music box disc that were in one of the pockets. Which according to Mr. Windibank, isn't even worth a wait, hold on. Hold on. They had one for the 4 guys, but they don't have one for Susato? Excuse me? She's literally the best character in this entire game. Hello, what's going on here? And yet this man went to such lengths to steal them. Why? I wonder if perhaps we already have the evidence we need to explain it, Mr. Naruhodo. Could we? Really? I'd better have a thorough look through all the evidence we've collected so far. Well, we have this, so I can present that now, right? Well, I'm so sad knowing that I need Ryu. I need 5 Ryus. Take that! Huh. You see, this music box disc tells us all we need to know. What's that on the back? It reads, For McKilded. Oh! Ah, Mr. Magnus McGilded. The unfortunate philanthropist who perished in curious circumstances at the Old Bailey 2 months ago. A prominent man in London, though his loan-mongering demonstrated a distinct lack of scruples. So, you're an associate of his, are you? Or perhaps a subordinate? Mr. McGilded was a man of unusually small stature. In fact, he was precisely the right size for that overcoat that you squeezed yourself into. Ugh. Your true identity remains shrouded in mystery, Mr. Eggert Benedict. But the final conclusion here is crystal clear. The reason you came to this pawnbrokery today was to retrieve an article left behind by the late Magnus McGilded. To acquire an item deposited by Mr. McGilded. Deduction complete. Elementary. It's so cute. If I didn't ship Asuryu so hard. Well, Mr. Magnus McGilded. What a name I expected to hear in these circumstances. Mr. Sholmes, I'm afraid there's something very troubling on my mind.
Pray tell, Miss Susato.
Well, according to what Mr. Winterbank told us earlier, today was the final day on which the code could have been redeemed, was it not?
Yes, ma'am. That is correct. Today would be precisely 2 months since it was first deposited.
Well, today's 15th April, so 2 months ago today.
Would have been 15th February, sir, that's right. It's all carefully recorded in my ledger. Deposited at 10:30 p.m., I see.
What? But that suggests... Yes. 15th February is precisely the day on which the omnibus murder took place.
Wait, was that trial? Was that second trial on Valentine's Day?
And 10:30 in the evening is precisely the time at which the terrible events were unfolding.
Suggestive is not the word. It would seem the matter is entirely beyond coincidence. You are, of course, at liberty to make whatever outlandish deductions you choose. However...
Oh, shit!
I must insist you hand over the music box disc now. I am now exercising my right to own a gun, because guns mean everything to me. It would be a terrible shame for you to return to your native land in a box.
What do I do? What do I do? What do I do, guys? I'll let you know after I take a pee break.
All right. The skip ad that appeared. Wait, was there an ad playing while I was on BRB? I don't trigger any ads on my own, so I think they only show up whenever someone shows up to the stream for the first time, but I don't know. Would you guys be cool if I put on ads while I went to the bathroom or something? Okay. Absolutely not.
There are some things a man must protect at all costs. This may well be one of those things. And again, it may not.
Hold it!
Oh! Oh my god! Mr. Winterbank, this is my shop. I can't allow any harm to come to my customers. If that were to happen, I should have to take my own life. Mr. Winterbank, no! All right, that's enough. Oh. Inspector Gregson!
Inspector? That's right, Sunshine. The alarm was raised on me on one of the dedicated emergency lines. So we got here as fast as we could. Now, what's all this about, eh? What's all this, then?
Oh, praise be! You're here at last! I was moments away from forfeiting my own life in my very own establishment.
It would seem you have the upper hand.
You bet your buddy called the cops on Gina for all rip.
Right, you lot have got some explaining to do. I don't appreciate being bothered with some petty argy-bargy.
Petty? Mr. Winterbank nearly met with his end.
Yeah, by his own gun, as far as I can tell.
Oh dear.
The whole of Britain could meet with its end if I don't get to the bottom of this case I'm supposed to be working on.
What? What on earth is the case, Inspector?
Spare no detail, Gregson. I might have said a little too much. No matter. It's nothing to do with you lot. Anyway, sir, you're going to have to come with me down to the station. But of course, Inspector.
Oh! He's getting away!
Get after him, lads! Whistle the bit officer too!
Sir!
There's been a spat of thieves at pawn shops round here recently. So we've fitted emergency buttons underneath the counters for brokers to let us know where there's trouble.
Oh, Inspector, I was very worried there for a while. Very worried indeed.
Now then, Mr. Permanently in mourning.
Oh. Yes?
That is so fucking rude. First of all, that is his husband he is mourning.
I'll be taking whatever it is Mr. McGilded's down in the yard. Thank you very much. So round it over.
Oh, yes. Of course.
No! Don't give it to him! It's mine! It's mine!
I'm sorry, miss. But anything belonging to McGilded has to be taken in as evidence now.
As evidence?
If the police demand something as evidence, my dear fellow, we have no choice but to capitulate. It's all yours, Inspector.
And so, we handed Mr. McGilded's disc over to Inspector Gregson, and were summarily turfed out of the shop and onto the street.
To be continued.
Dun 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 dun.
I can go for a little bit more. I can do a little bit more. It's only 10:17, so let's keep on going.
15th April, Baker Street.
What a first part, though. Oh my god.
See, it's why I hate grown-ups. All I do is feed you a pack of lies and take stuff away from you.
Oh, really, Miss Lestrade? Tell me, is that overcoat keeping you warm?
What? Oh my, surely you were given that. Yeah, they let me keep it after I looked daggers at him for long enough. I went through the pockets and said, "Go then," of it before telling me to the scarper. Always pays off giving people a look at you ate 'em.
Can't help feeling that it's going to get you into serious trouble one day.
What I really wanted was that nice shiny disc of mine. The music box disc?
But Mr. Windibank said it was practically worthless.
I think I'm going to go have another bash. Give him a long, hard stare.
I think not, Miss Lestrade. We shan't enter Windibanks again today.
Why not? That's not fair.
It can't be helped, I'm afraid. The police are investigating the scene now and taking a statement from Mr. Windibank.
But that disc's mine. I had the ticket in this coat and it was in the coat's pocket. Has to be something else at all. That's what the Rotten Cove said, ain't it?
Yes, he did mention something about another article, didn't he?
Well then, that's mine too. Whatever it is.
She's really pushing her luck. Miss Lestrade, I think it's time to admit defeat. You've had your haul for the day.
Yeah? It's all your fault, Sholmes. So what are your plans now?
Oh, so what are your plans now? Will you dine with us this evening? Iris would be delighted to cook, I'm sure, and I might entertain you with a modest violin recital.
No, Ta.
Oh.
I come around to your place, eh? Have you lost your head or something? Oh dear. She's gone.
Having reviled on me quite unnecessarily, I might add. I can't help but wondering if perhaps she might turn up anyway. Interesting. Once she's had a chance to calm down, I think there's a good chance she'll decide to come. Very well then. I'll inform Iris to set a place for our potential guest at the dinner table this evening. And one more thing. I should be glad of your company later too. Sorry? I believe I will have a rather splendid surprise to show you.
Oh, how exciting. What is it?
You shall have to wait and see, Miss Susato. Until later, then. "15th April, 3:46 p.m. Sholmes' suite."
Susie and Bruno! Come in, come in!
Good afternoon, Iris.
Thank you so much for breakfast this morning. Oh, don't mention it. Goodness, look at the time already.
Busy as always?
I am. I'm preparing everything for dinner this evening.
Already? You're obviously cooking something special, are you?
Oh, yes. After all, we have a special guest joining us. Guess who it is? Go on. You'll never guess.
Look at those little eyes of her shining.
Oh dear. It is awkward when you already know the answer, isn't it?
It's Ginny! Isn't that exciting?
What a surprise. Yes, that is wonderful news.
Wow, Iris seems overjoyed at the idea.
I can't wait to learn some pickpocketing tips from a real professional.
Oh yes, that does sound like fun.
I'm not sure that's entirely appropriate. Are you, Mr. Naruhodo?
By the way, Iris, what's Mr. Sholmes up to?
Hurley? Oh, he's been like that ever since he got back.
Hello? Mr. Sholmes?
I beg that you won't speak to me.
Sorry?
I don't know who you are, but kindly take your leave. As you can see, I'm not here. I don't know how to respond to that.
I do apologize. When he gets like this, he's completely oblivious to everything.
Yes, I see.
Really? He behaves just like a child sometimes. Hurley does.
Mr. Sholmes and Iris have something of a parent and child relationship, don't they?
Yes, except that Iris is clearly the parent here.
Come to think of it, I wonder where her real parents are.
What's the matter, Runo? You have such a funny look on your face.
Oh, no, it's nothing.
I know what it is. Why does this girl live here with Mr. Sholmes, you're wondering? Am I right?
How? How did you?
Oh, Runo, I can read you like a book.
Ugh, this girl is dangerous.
Don't worry, you can ask me anything. I won't mind.
So, by Ginny, you mean Miss Lestrade, the young woman from the McGilded house 2 months ago, right?
Yes, who also stole my experimental smoke grenade launcher. Although, after that trial, I invited her back here and we had dinner together. And now we're the best of friends.
Oh, what a lovely tale.
Yes, now if I bump into her on the street and she runs away as fast as she can. Oh, she runs away as fast as she can.
Oh. And I chase her down back alleys.
Interesting idea. A friendship?
And then I let her have the latest color of smoke grenade I've developed.
Oh.
There are many beautiful colors in the world. Ginny wants me to make a whole rainbow.
I suppose this means you've let Miss Lestrade keep the smoke grenade launcher, have you?
Yes, that's right. I'd get bored of it anyway. Hurley always reacts the same way when I shoot him with it now.
Poor Hurley.
Oh, I can't wait for Ginny to arrive. It's been too long since she last came over. I'm so excited.
I just hope she does actually come.
I'm sure you've been wondering why it's that I live here with Hurley, have you?
Well, it has crossed my mind. That and where are your real parents?
My mommy and daddy aren't with me anymore. Mommy passed away when I was born. at around the same time, my father. Well, he had to go to a faraway land because of one of the cases he and Hurley were working on.
Oh. Wait a minute. Did you say he and Hurley? As in, two men? BBC Sherlock? Ship? Huh?
Yes. Daddy and Hurley were always solving mystery cases together.
She didn't mention that before.
He wrote them all in his diaries. That's what the metal chest over there.
That's what's in the metal chest over there.
Really? He recorded them all? So, you mean it's true? Mr. Sholmes really did have a partner with whom he tackled some of his most taxing cases?
Oh, yes. I mean, it's always nice to have one, isn't it?
So Mr. Sholmes' partner, his boyfriend even, was your father?
Exactly. Hurley told me I wasn't allowed to look into the chest. But it only made me want to look even more, so I opened it up. And
Found your father's memoirs.
yes, so I asked Hurley, who wrote these? He nearly fell out of his chair. But then he told me. That's when I found out about the author of all those accounts.
Take care, Ginger. Thank you so much for hanging out with us tonight. Have a good one.
Was my father.
So, Iris's father was Mr. Sholmes' boyfriend.
I've practically lived with Hurley all my life. I was tiny when he took me in. So, it came as quite a shock. When Hurley told me he wasn't really my daddy, I mean.
It must have done. I wonder why Mr. Sholmes chose to tell you. And at such a young age.
She's like, what, 11? How old is she? 10.
Hurley says it's because he wouldn't have been able to hide it from me.
Oh?
Well, having lived with Hurley all these years, you might say his ways have rubbed off on me. There are some things I just see. Especially lies. I almost know when people are lying because they open their mouths sometimes.
Right.
Anyway, I was so fascinated when I read Daddy's diaries. That's what inspired me to write The Adventures of Sherlock Sholmes, actually.
I'd always assumed Mr. Sholmes simply told you all those thrilling stories.
Oh no, Hurley's hopeless like that. He forgets everything. As soon as he solved a case, it all but vanishes from his mind.
Oh, I see.
I mean, literally, you experienced it with the ship.
The other day, it was so embarrassing. As usual, he totally forgot about the case he'd just solved. So the very next day, he gathered together all the people involved and proceeded to solve the case again. It was quite a shock for everyone.
You can say that again.
You share your father's surname, don't you, Iris?
That's right. Wilson. Daddy is Dr. John H. Wilson. I learned it from his diaries that he's a doctor of medicine, you see. That's what prompted me to study and study so that I could earn a doctorate as well.
Iris's father, who went to some distant land, and is a doctor by the name of John H. Wilson.
The court will now hear the trial of Ryunosuke Naruhodo. Kindly state before the court the name of the victim in this case.
The victim's name was Dr. John H. Wilson.
That's right. Visiting professor of medicine at Imperial Yume University. And the man who, in the most bizarre of circumstances, lost his life just before we left Japan. Miss Susato. Yes. Perhaps we shouldn't pursue this conversation any further at this time. I think that would be for the best.
Oh, my dear fellows, how good to see you.
Mr. Sholmes.
Why ever do you not make your presence known to me before? Ha 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 ha. Well, no matter now. So, how the devil are you?
We've been with you for most of the day.
Goodness, really?
Do tell me, Mr. Sholmes, is your violin unscathed?
My violin? Whatever are you talking about, dear madam? Never mind that now. I have something far more interesting to show you. Behold, my dear fellows.
Oh, another music box disc.
No, not another disc, Miss Susato. This is the one Gregson demanded we hand over as evidence. Mr. McGilded's disc.
Oh my. Then, what's it doing here?
You know, at times, Mr. Naruhodo, I think that although I have an undeniable turn for deduction, I may well be even more adept at larceny.
Wait, what's
Larceny's pickpocketing? Theft of personal property. Okay, got it.
Ooh, that would be wonderfully exciting. I'll be your pickpocketing assistant.
Yumina? Hello. Good morning to you.
And Runo could be our go-to lawyer if we ever get caught.
Right.
Plus, Susie has such beautiful handwriting, she could write all of our menacing crime notifications.
Yes, I'd be delighted.
I'm just going to pretend this conversation never happened, I think.
I don't understand. How did that disc come to be in your possession? I thought Inspector Gregson took it back to Scotland Yard.
Quite correct. And that sort of uncompromising attitude is precisely why I always carry some of this. Sholmes Caramel?
That's a bar of caramel, Mr. Sholmes. Your one and only friend in times of loneliness, if I'm not mistaken.
If you will humor me, my dear fellows, cast your minds back to when the good detective confiscated the disc. I'll be taking that whatever it is of Mr. McGilded's down to the yard, thank you very much. So hand it over.
Oh, yes, of course.
If the police demand something as evidence, my dear fellow, you have no choice but to capitulate. It's all yours, Inspector. For the briefest of moments, I had the disc in my hand, did I not?
Yes. Yes, you did, but I still don't understand.
It was at precisely that moment that I summoned my one and only friend into action. I pressed the disc into a pair of bars like this. That's amazing! The disc and all the minuscule protrusions have made an image in the caramel. Indeed, this caramel is quite exceptional. I developed it myself, you know. Suitably soft for making impressions but resistant to melting. The result of precisely a controlled solution.
How extraordinary.
Carrying a pair of these on one's person frequently proves very useful indeed. Not good morning yet, please. I still want to sleep. Mostly need someone to shut my head for a bit. What time is it for you right now? Let's see what time it is for Tico. It is 7:38 a.m. How's the taste? Extremely terrible, good sir. I can enter anyone's property at will, and never without high sucrose nourishment. Yes. It sounds illegal. From the image, I was able to create this. I confess I was most curious to know what manner of music would issue from the disc when played.
Do tell us then, Mr. Sholmes, what music does this disc play?
Well, unfortunately, I have no idea. No idea? None whatsoever. Are you familiar with the workings of a music box, my dear fellows?
No, I'm afraid not.
Goodness, you don't know, Runo? Inside a music box, there's a special piece of metal called a comb. That's what produces the sound. Small protuberances pluck the different teeth of the comb as they rotate past it, making the different notes. The first music box is to be invented using a rotating cylinder with protuberances in it.
But over time, a new type of player was produced, which uses discs such as these. And with that development, the popularity of music boxes spread far and wide, all across the globe.
Why, exactly?
Because the discs are easy to produce and can be interchanged to facilitate the playing of different tunes. There are a great many firms in Europe now manufacturing music boxes as a result.
It is wonderful to be able to enjoy music even when no performer is present.
But it is the very success of the invention that means we are now presented with an insurmountable problem.
What do you mean?
As you may imagine, the construction of one's firm music box does not match that of another, and we have no way of knowing in which music box this particular disc was designed to be played. There's no resolution to this problem, I'm afraid. It's quite intractable.
Ah, I see. So that's why.
Naturally, I tested the disc in these few music boxes I have at my disposal. But as you can hear, to no avail. The results were equally unsatisfactory with this one. Oh, this sounds creepy. I don't like this. So, I am presently engaged in inquiring an example of all the music boxes ever made in Europe.
Every single one?
That's early for you. Always taking things too far.
But, my dear girl, an unsolved riddle is quite repugnant to my constitution. But surely all different types in Europe will amount to a huge volume of music boxes, won't it? Yes, that is certainly true. In the worst case.
I shall just have to ask you to vacate the attic room. What?
Magnus McGilded. Not a name I expected to hear again so soon.
Yes. It's only been 2 months since that grisly case.
Mr. McGilded perished within hours of the trial's conclusion. What is the curse of the Reaper? No one knows. Still now. The omnibus was reduced to a pile of ash. Not a shred of evidence remained. And with the man's death, the truth about the murder in which he was so intimately involved was buried. Even though we successfully established Mr. McGilded's innocence in the trial, the newspapers are still claiming it remains an unsolved case. The murder of the brickmaker, Mr. Thrice-Fired Mason. In the end, the truth of the matter remains a mystery. We still have no idea what really happened that night. And although Mr. McGilded was not found guilty through my defense, I still don't know if that was the right judgment or not.
Clover, my sweetheart, what's up, girly? How you're doing well? How am I doing well? Because you're here. That's why I'm doing great.
It would appear the case is not yet closed.
Hope I'm brain farting. Well, welcome back, girly. I saw that you were on break and you're back now. So if you guys aren't already, please check out Clover Kiyomi, my dear friend. Who's also playing through Great Ace Attorney.
Pushes up some glasses. You activated my trap card.
You activated my trap card.
You're so cute. I hope your break went well.
Well, it's time I start getting things ready for dinner, I think. Ginny will be here before long.
Thank you, Iris.
It's kind of stressful, so I'm still Oh! I'm sorry to hear that. Well, I hope everything is okay. You know, if you ever need an ear to lend to, you got my number. Oh my god, wait, Clover! Did you see? Oh my god, guess what the Capcom store just announced? Little Great Ace Attorney Tsum Tsums! I know! We need to get them! We gotta import them! Oh wait, you're going soon, right? Oh my god, please get me some. I need them! Oh my god, you're gonna have so much fun at the Capcom store. I've literally went like 3 days in a row. Crazy.
Oh, well, you must let me help you then.
Of course, Susie. There's plenty to do.
They're so cute.
I think I shall investigate the condition of my faithful performing partner. Now then, where did I leave it?
Let this be a lesson to you, Mr. Sholmes. Never leave anything too precious with the pawnbroker.
Yes, you may be right.
Oh, that reminds me of something Mr. Windibank said before. He said that he had a manuscript of Iris's in pawn, didn't he?
Did he?
Yes, he definitely mentioned it. Mr. Sholmes' latest tale of otherworldly mystery lies dormant in my storeroom, were his words, I believe.
So you heard about that, did you? I expect you were to be as incensed as I was.
Oh, yes. The idea of such a wonderful story languishing in Mr. Windibank's storeroom, gathering dust.
My dear madam, I'm quite sure I told you already. The pawnbroker's storeroom is the safest place for it. More secure than a bank's vault.
And what about your Stradivarius, Hurley? Was that safe and secure?
Well, there may be the occasional mix-up.
Caused by a certain impetuous someone not too far from me now.
Do you have any idea how long it took me to write that Baskerville story, Hurley?
Oh, it sounds so exciting. The Hound of the Baskervilles. I should love to read it.
What's going on here? I didn't watch BBC Sherlock, nor was I a super hulock. Why does it feel like an icy chill just swept through the room?
Susie, what did you just say? You said the Hound of the Baskervilles. But how could you know the full title?
Well, that's...
That's because Miss Susato is such a great fan of all the stories of Mr. Holmes, of course. Holmes.
But Runo, the Hound of the Baskervilles has never been published.
What?
When I showed Hurley the manuscript, he told me that I wasn't allowed to publish it yet.
I don't understand.
That's why he said he'd keep it safe. Until it was the right time for the story to be made public, you see.
So, that's why the manuscript is at Windibank's?
And yet, how could Susie here know its title? Well, Hurley, what's going on?
What is it, Mr. Sholmes?
It would appear that our guest has arrived.
Miss Lestrade! This was a bad idea. I knew I weren't welcome. I'm going! No, wait! Miss Lestrade! We've all been eagerly awaiting your arrival. Haven't we, Iris?
Oh, yes! Just wait there, Ginny. We'll have everything ready in a jiffy. Come along, Susie.
Right. Of course.
So for anyone that didn't understand the tension there, it's because her father was the professor for the two main characters when they were back in university, but the father got murdered in the first case. But this is all alluding that the father let her know the title of the story.
It's a pleasure to see you here, Miss Lestrade. Please make yourself at home.
Don't stand in the doorway, my dear girl. Come along in. What say you to some Mendelssohn? I won't take no for an answer. Mendelssohn it is, then.
That evening, Iris prepared us all a meal that was even more delicious than usual. Mr. Sholmes' violin performance was in no way meddlesome. And Gina, as we came to call her, taught us all how to steal things from one another without being noticed. Everyone thoroughly enjoyed themselves well into the night. (15th April, 9:34 p.m. Naruhodo's Legal Consultancy. That was a very enjoyable evening, wasn't it?
Oh, yes. Iris's cooking was truly divine.
And I feel as though I can still hear the enchanting strains of Mr. Sholmes' violin even now.
Best of all, I bet I could steal the glasses from his lordship's face next time we're in court.
Naruhodo-san, could I consult with you about something, I wonder? What's the matter, Susato-san?
It's about the telegram I received.
Ah,
The one that arrived first thing this morning, I suppose.
I've been summoned.
what? Summoned? What do you mean?
The telegram was from the Lord Chief Justice's office. Lord Strongheart has asked to see me.
The Lord Chief Justice? When?
Tomorrow morning.
What? Then we'll have to start preparing at once!
Oh, no. That won't be necessary, Naruhodo-san. I've been summoned alone.
Alone? What on earth for?
I have no idea. I suppose I shall find out tomorrow.
What's all this about? Whatever it is, it's making me feel very uneasy. Oh, who could that be, I wonder?
Good evening, friends.
Iris! Hello again.
And Gina, too.
Yes, Ginny's going to stay with us tonight. She's going to sleep in with me. Isn't that right, Ginny?
Well, yeah. How lovely. Let me make a pot of tea.
You know, I've learned so much today.
Oh, what in particular?
All those things Ginny showed us. Wasn't it wonderful?
You mean all those pickpocketing techniques? We had fun trying them out on each other, didn't we?
I think I've awakened a natural talent. I could earn a living from it.
You might be getting ahead of yourself a little there.
So, what brings you to our humble quarters at this late hour?
Well, you see, I came to return this.
Wait, what? That's mine!
Oh my. However, did you?
I told you, didn't I? I have a natural talent for it.
Oh, yes, I forgot. Iris is literally a child genius.
So anyway, here, you can have it back. Not that I really understand why you wear it, though.
Thank you.
All right then, good night.
Yes.
Good night.
Girl, it's because he's gay. It's in the shape of a ring. It's his wedding ring.
So, this is your office, is it? What do you think, Ginny?
I think I wouldn't fancy me chances with a lawyer what lives in a place like this.
Yes, me too.
It seems as though Iris here still has something she'd like to talk about.
I suppose she probably wants to talk about the manuscript.
Yes, I suppose she probably does.
Wait, I want to see if there's flavor text about this.
Would you mind if I showed you this, Iris? It's just a boring old thing, really, but...
Oh, I don't really like boring things.
It looks like Japanese modesty is easily misinterpreted by young Western children.
I mean, who does like boring things? No one wants to be shown something boring. Come to think of it, you're always introducing things with Mrs. Boring, but it's a bad habit. You should stop it.
I'll be sure to let the entire population of the Empire of Japan know on my return. Iris... I suppose you're hoping to talk about the manuscript, aren't you?
Aren't you going to tell me?
I'm so sorry. I need a little more time. Please.
Jane Van Tammy, thank you so much for following and joining the Constellations. Welcome in.
All right, I understand. I hope I haven't made you feel awkward.
Welcome in.
Oh no, not at all, Iris. Not at all. I don't know what all this is about, really, but... It's a story you made up, is it, Iris? This mantle script, or whatever you call it.
It's not exactly a story that I made up. It's something I read in Daddy's diaries.
Thank you, that's really kind of you.
Daddy's?
That's right. I don't suppose I've mentioned it to you before, Ginny, but my daddy was Hurley's assistant once. His boyfriend. They solved all sorts of strange and mysterious cases together.
Is that right, mister? Apparently so. I was as surprised as you are, though.
And Daddy wrote all the details of every single case down, you see, in his diaries. So I study them and write my stories based on what actually happened.
So, where's your old man then?
He had to go away on urgent business to a faraway land. And he'll be gone a very long time. So I never really met him.
Right.
Come to think of it, I don't know anything about Gina's parents either. Perhaps we should ask her.
Susato and Ryu right now. Yeah, long time indeed. So she doesn't know that he's dead yet. Okay, got it.
Iris, this Hound of the Baskervilles story. I take it it's another tale inspired by her father's accounts?
That's right. I thought it was fascinating. But it's different somehow. From the other cases, I mean.
Oh? How?
I don't really know. But it must be special in some way. Because after I'd written it and I showed the manuscript to Hurley, he turned as white as a sheet. It was the first time I've ever seen him like that.
It pains me to have to say this after you toiled over it for so long, Iris. But this story must not be published at this time, under any circumstances.
But why not? It's one of my best works!
I'm not at liberty to say. Not now. So please, do not ask me.
All right then. I won't.
But I do solemnly swear that I will explain everything one day, Iris, when the time is right.
And that's how the manuscript came to be with Mr. Windibank, isn't it?
Yes. Hurley said it's said to be somewhere very safe.
What really gets my goat, it does? I straighten you like a child! That's mean, that's what it is, keeping secrets like that. I'm sure Mr. Sholmes isn't trying to be mean. If he said he wasn't at liberty to talk about it, I'm sure there must have been a really good reason. I think so too. You lot are too trusting for your own good. But I can't pull the wool over my eyes. Sholmes is lying to Iris, I bet my life on it. What?
Hurley's lying to me?
Oh. The music here is it's a mood. Umi Mushi, thank you so much for following and joining the constellations. Welcome in. I've realized I don't know anything about your parents, Gina. I ain't got any, have I? I did have. Oh. Look, E stands for the orphans like me. No one wants nothing to do with us from the minute we're born. Not even on names. But we all stick together. The older ones look after the little ones and make sure they get by. So that's why you're a pickpocket. Nah. Diving's my life. I love it. I get a kick out of it every time I lift some pompous idiot's purse. And that's how we all afford to eat. I'm like Robin Hood, ain't I? That's how I see it. Your model's so cool, thank you. And how are you doing today? I am doing pretty good. I'm playing one of the games I love so much. A nice little constellations welcome to you. I hope you are having a great evening as well. Or if you're at a different time zone, morning, afternoon, whatever time it is for you. Oh, Gina. You know what? Maybe it's because it's 11 o'clock for me that this music is like getting me really emotional. I do think about it sometimes. What it'd be like to have parents, I mean. I always thought they'd make everything alright. But having listened to what Iris just said, sounds like having parents ain't always easy either.
Oh.
I mean, you know you should never hate them. You don't feel like you're always wanting to meet them.
It's true. I do want to see Daddy. So much.
Oh. Oh, Iris. Oh. Gina, what did you mean you said that you knew Mr. Sholmes is lying to Iris? Well, he reckons he popped that manuscript or whatever, right? But come on! That's obviously a load of rubbish! Oh my, what do you think of that, Gina? It's simple. That store is really an old Winterbank storeroom. There's no way someone from FY around the world, in other words, you, could know about it. Sorry, Iris. You ask me, I sold it. Without telling you.
But Hurley would never do something like that. I'm sure of it.
Huh! Grown-ups do a lot worse than that, believe me. Barefaced liars, the lot of them. You ain't just realised it yet. I'm telling you, a metal script ain't at Winbanks. You'd soon be seen if you had a look. Even if you think you could trust him, I don't. That Sholmes is a liar like the rest of them.
If I'm honest, I have wondered if Hurley's telling me the truth sometimes.
See?
But I don't mean like he sold it. I mean that if sometimes I wonder if he might have hidden my manuscript somewhere. Somewhere I don't know. Even though it's wrong of me to doubt him.
Don't be too hard on yourself, Iris.
Oh my goodness! Look at the time! Come along, Ginny. We should go back downstairs.
Yeah, all right.
And please, don't mention any of this to Hurley, will you?
No. Of course not. Good night then, Iris. Good night, Gina. You must let me make breakfast for you tomorrow morning. I insist.
Oh, yes, please. I can't wait, Susie. Good night, then.
Iris. It sure is easy to forget, isn't it? Sometimes she speaks just like an adult. But deep down, she's still just a child.
Well, I think it's time that I turned in for the night too, Naruhodo-san. Dr. John H. Wilson, Iris's father, but also the name of the murdered visiting professor at Yume University. It can't be a mere coincidence. There's something deeper going on. Mr. Naruhodo. Mr. Naruhodo.
That voice. That's Mr. Sholmes.
What's going on? It's the middle of the night. It's Miss Lestrade. She's gone. Gina? She was supposed to be sleeping in Iris's room, but her bed is empty. Well, she is an independent young woman. She probably decided to go home, no? I think not. From speaking to her before she retired, I received the distinct impression that she was looking forward to breakfasting with Miss Susato. No, I don't believe the girl has gone home, but I've been waiting for over an hour now. Over an hour? Oh.
If you'll indulge me, look out of the window, my dear fellow.
What's this about?
Wait a minute!
Why is there a light on at this time of night?
That's Mr. Winterbank's pawnbrokery.
Mr. Winterbanks!
Oh no!
It's simple. That story's really in old Winterbank's storeroom. There's no way someone from halfway around the world, in other words, you could know about it. Sorry, Iris, but if you ask me, he sold it. Without telling you.
Could Gina have gone?
It seems you have some knowledge of the situation, Mr. Naruhodo.
Sorry? Oh no! No, not really.
Well, anyway, we must investigate. At once!
Miss Susato. 16th April, 1:14 a.m. Baker Street. The door to Winterbanks, it's open! And the lamp is burning. It must be Gina. Oh, it must be Gina, mustn't it?
Let us hope it's nothing more sinister.
What?
Come, there's not a moment to lose. Clearly something is afoot inside.
There's no one here.
Oh, yes. There is.
Oh, shit! Ah! Mr. Sholmes! Mr. Sholmes! What the?
Has Sholmes been shot?
Gotta go now. Enjoy the rest of your stream. Thank you so much for hanging out, Tammy.
Leave me, Mr. Naruhodo!
But...
After them! Go!
Right. Blast!
I lost them.
Hello. What have we have here? Oh! The alarm was just raised from this pawnbroker, sir. Would you know something about it?
Officer, come with me! It's my friend, Mr. Sholmes! He's been shot!
Shot?
With the policeman close behind me, I ran back to Winterbanks. Oh shit! This is the anime cutscene!
Mr. Sholmes!
Mr. Naruhodo.
How bad is it? Never mind me, but there's much at stake. Behind that door. In the storeroom. Hurry!
Oh shit!
It's Gina!
Oh my god! To be continued. Bum 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 bum. Investigation part 3. Holy moly!
Don't worry, he has an SD card the size. Yeah. Oh yeah, you're new here, so yeah. Oh my god. What a cliffhanger! Ah, I kind of want to start it. I kind of want to start it and see where it goes. Fuck it. I don't want to end there. That's too. Oh! Ah! I'll be all right, Mr. Naruhodo. After them, go! Behind that door, in the storeroom, hurry! This is like an anime episode now. Oh my god, episode by episode. It's Gina? From that moment, Winterbank's pawnbrokery became a crime scene. Everything that followed happened in a whirlwind of activity. None of this would have happened if they just told her that they knew her dad! The arrival of the police, the preliminary investigation of the scene, and the questioning. IDK, why it took me so long to realize you're doing the... Yeah, I'm reading all for the characters. It was just before dawn, before I was allowed back to my lodgings at 221B. "16th April, 6:21 a.m. Naruhodo's Legal Consultancy. Oh, Iris!
A telegram came, but all it said was, wait at home.
Oh, yes. We asked one of the policemen to have it sent. It was simply impossible to come back.
When I woke up, I was all alone. Hurley and Ginny were gone. Everyone was gone. What happened, Runo?
Poor Iris. She's trembling. She's obviously trying very hard not to let herself get too worried.
I'll explain everything that I know.
Something awful has happened, hasn't it?
Yes. I'm afraid so. Did the court record get updated yet with the... He was shot dead by an unknown assailant. Yep. Oh, now it's been updated. She's the defendant in this case and was discovered at the scene against the alongside the victim. I'm sorry to have to tell you this, Iris, but Mr. Winterbank is dead. He was shot. We discovered it in the early hours of the morning.
Yes, I had a bad feeling.
You did?
Well, I saw all of those police carriages pulling up outside a shop. So I knew everything must have happened there.
When we entered Winterbanks in the small hours, we disturbed a gang of two thugs. They ran out into the street, and I chased after them, but they got away.
So, it was one of them who shot Mr. Winterbank, I suppose.
I know, right? Poor Iris! Holy shit! She's just getting, like, everything this case. I don't know, but that's not what the police believe at the moment.
Oh, why not?
Sicarius, hello, hello. I hope you're doing good. They've arrested someone else as their prime suspect, you see. Gina.
Jenny? But why?
Seeing it all again, I feel even more with it. Yeah. No spoilers, but yep. I'm doing well. How are you? I'm doing pretty good. This game is so good. I love it so much. I know. Yeah, it's getting spicy. Well, the thing is,
No, Jenny wouldn't do something like that.
I know. None of us think she did it.
Then why have they arrested her?
I'm sorry. There was nothing I could do.
So, where's Hurley then? Is he still there investigating the scene? He really ought to have some breakfast. It's not good for him to miss meals.
I don't want you to worry, Iris. But I have some news about Mr. Sholmes. He was taken to the hospital this morning.
What?
Well, when we entered Windibanks, a gun was fired, and he took a bullet.
Hurley? Oh, was shot? No!
It's all right. His life isn't in danger.
Really? Are you sure? Where is he? Which hospital?
He's at Saint Sinners? They're tending to him there.
I must see him at once.
I'm sorry, Iris, but you can't.
Why not? It's not fair. I'm a family member. I should be allowed.
No, I mean, nobody can see him at the moment. He's not allowed any visitors. They're preparing to operate, you see.
To operate? No, poor Hurley.
It was the two thugs who were in Mr. Windibank's shop. They shot Mr. Sholmes when we disturbed them, you see. It was pitch black inside the shop at the time. My mind went totally blank, I'm afraid. I just froze. After them! Go! After that, I ran out into the street, but, well, they were long gone. Oh, I missed it. Hold on. I shouldn't have hesitated. I'm so sorry. It's my fault. I let them get away.
I think that's a very good thing.
Sorry?
Well, if you'd seen which way they went and chased after them, you might have been shot as well, Bruno. On top of everything else, I couldn't bear that.
Oh, Iris. Oh my God! This case is so good!
Where's Susie, Bruno?
She's still at the police station.
Oh, why?
I expect she's still being questioned. The police said they wouldn't be finished for a while.
Why aren't you there then?
Well, I didn't get a good look at the criminals anyway, so they weren't questioning me for long. And Miss Susato stayed behind at the scene to tend to Mr. Sholmes, so they didn't get started until later.
I see.
Besides, one of us had to come back to be with Iris. I'm glad Inspector Gregson agreed to letting me leave early.
You should have let me know and I would have come to the station. I don't understand why they arrested Ginny. It's not fair. What about the two thugs that were at the scene? Weren't they the prime suspects? After all, they shot Hurley dead, didn't they?
No, I mean, Mr. Sholmes isn't dead, Iris.
This is all so horrible.
The thing is, Mr. Windibank was found on the floor at the storeroom where he keeps all the deposited articles. And the storeroom door was locked from the inside.
I see.
But he wasn't alone in there. Gina was found next to him on the floor as well.
Oh no!
And according to the detectives who investigated afterwards,
Don't tell me. There was no one else in the room?
yes, exactly. How did you know?
It's the only explanation.
Yes. The only explanation, indeed.
What do you mean by that, Bruno? Well,
What can I say? I'm damned if I agree, damned if I don't.
I'm afraid I'll need to go out again now, Iris. There's not much I can do at the moment, but I can at least try to find out how Mr. Sholmes and Gina are getting on.
I want to go too. Take me with you, Bruno. I can't stand just sitting here around waiting.
I'm not sure how I feel about taking a 10-year-old child to the scene of a murder. But I don't want to leave her all alone here either.
All right then, Iris. Perhaps you can help me.
Oh, yes. I'd love to.
Gina's at the prison. Mr. Sholmes is probably in his hospital bed.
And don't forget, we have to visit the crime scene. We need to conduct a thorough investigation.
Ah, I can see you're ready for action.
I imagine Iris would appreciate going to the hospital sooner rather than later.
Okay. I think I'm going to go ahead and call it here. We dipped our toes a little bit into part 3 of the investigation. It's been very, 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 very spicy. And now it is time to go ahead and leave it. That way we have some more stuff for the next time that we play this. I don't really know. I don't have any set schedule, so maybe I'll play it later this week. Because I don't want to leave this hanging while it's still fresh, you know? Oh, man, you know what? The 5th case of Phoenix Wright was also really good. So, of course, this case is also really, really... Oh, my God. I love this game. I love this game so much. I really, 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 really do. Okay. All right. Thank you guys so much for coming out today. I had a lot of fun streaming this, obviously. It's almost midnight for me, so we are gonna go ahead and raid. Michael Baum is currently playing Persona 3 Portable, so let's go ahead, and if you guys feel like joining, let's go ahead and drop a hi, hey, hey to him, and send him some love. Thank you for stream. Thank you for coming and hanging out. I hope you guys enjoyed. And both the streams today, both the Ring Fit and the Great Ace Attorney, because wow, I had a great time. I had a pretty good day. Today was a pretty good day. So I'll see you guys sometime soon. I don't have any set schedule. Maybe tomorrow I'll play Just Dance or something. But either way, thank you guys so much for coming to hang out. I will go ahead and see you guys sometime soon. Until then, Otsu Kieran! Bye-bye! Take care, guys!